Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. Today, we have a very special guest. He is the founder of Stream Genie. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you? I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Well, it's my pleasure. So, before we get into everything, I just want to let everybody know that this isn't like an interview. We're just going to be talking like friends, and just having a good time. And if you guys have any questions for him, you can go ahead and put them in the comments down below. But, yeah, let's get started. So, first things first. For anybody who doesn't know, who is Stream Genie? How would you describe yourself? Well, I'm the founder of Stream Genie. We are a company that provides AI tools for streamers to help them grow on various platforms. Our flagship product is our chatbot. It's an AI chatbot that's trained on a streamer's past interactions with their community, so it can automate personalized responses to their viewers. That's awesome. That's really cool. And I think that's going to be the future of, the Twitch and YouTube streaming world. I remember when I used to stream, I would always see those bots in the chat. They were kind of annoying, but now they're getting smarter. They're getting to the point where they're actually engaging with the viewers, and it's actually kind of cool. Yeah, exactly. And the idea is that it's not meant to replace the streamer, it's meant to augment them. The whole idea is to take those mundane tasks that streamers have to do every single day, to moderate their chat, to engage with their community, to keep people coming back. And we use AI to automate those things, so that streamers can focus on just being themselves and entertaining their audience. That makes perfect sense. And I can definitely see that being a huge help for, not just small streamers, but even big streamers, like T. Martin and X. Bettons. They have tons of viewers. It's hard to moderate all those chats. So something like this would definitely come in handy. Absolutely. And we actually work with a number of big creators. I mean, basically any large streamer on Twitch or YouTube, we probably work with them in some capacity. That's awesome. And, looking back at your journey, what was the biggest obstacle you had to overcome to get to where you are today? I think the biggest obstacle was just convincing people that, AI was not a threat to be feared. I think for a long time, people saw AI as something that was going to wipe out all jobs and, basically saw it as a terminator. And I think one of the things that we've been able to do is show people that AI is really not that scary. And it's actually a tool that can be used to enhance people's lives. And specifically in the creator economy, there's a lot of opportunity to use AI to help creators make better content, interact more with their audience, and ultimately just, build a better business around streaming. That's awesome. And I think that's a great message to get out there because, a lot of people are afraid of AI, and rightfully so because AI is taking over the world. But, as long as we use it in a positive way, it can only help us. Exactly. Well, speaking of advice, what is one piece of advice you could give to your younger self? Oh man, I would say, don't be afraid to fail. I think, when I was younger, I was always afraid of failure. I always felt like I had to, do everything perfectly. And, I think that really limited me in terms of the risks that I was willing to take. And, I would tell my younger self that, it's okay to fail. Failure is just another excuse to try a different approach and, ultimately that's what leads to success. That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Make sure to tune in next week for another exciting episode.